And then at some point, this guy dies. He's killed. And after he dies, after some few days, his people start claiming that this guy has resurrected. What kind of nonsense is that? It was unheard of. Nobody had ever heard of somebody who will die and then raise from the dead. So this was stupid, and you won't understand. Personally, I do understand why these guys would not believe him, because the guy died. Now, how can you claim that that the guy rose? But the guys, the people who were with Jesus, the disciples, the apostles, when Jesus had risen from the dead and they were filled with the Holy Spirit, they went about preaching. They did not go telling people. They did not go out there trying to argue with people and to reason with people as to the logic of whatever they were talking about. No, that was not the mandate. The mandate was to go and preach, to witness to the world what they had seen. And what had they seen and witnessed? That Jesus, the one that was crucified, had risen from the dead. If you think about the idea, it's stupid, to say the least. How? But there's the message they took out there. And somehow, people believed in that message. The question I would ask myself if I was an unbeliever would be like, how would people believe such a story? Because it is an absurd story. It doesn't make any sense. The only reason people would believe such story is because it was not a story coming from the mouth just of a man, but it was a story, yes, it's coming from the mouth of a man, but it has the backing of the Spirit of God, which makes it to the receiver something that makes sense. To the person that God had appointed to hear the message, they will hear that message, and in them it will click that this is the truth. Because there is no other way anybody would believe such a story.